Singapore Deputy Prime Minister Lawrence Wong says he expects the ruling party and opposition to call each other out should either side become populist or politically opportunist. Now, he says this sort of accountability is a sign of maturing democracy. Agreeing with the roles that both sides must play, the leader of the opposition, who's also the Workers' Party chief, says it's not their intention to overturn the social compact. Sherlyn Sia with this report.
I am gratified.
Evolution, not revolution, as Singapore's democracy matures. That's what Workers' Party's Pritam Singh says his party and the public are seeking. And it includes a permanent presence of elected opposition MPs to ensure balance in the political system, against what he describes as an extraordinarily dominant People's Action Party.
For many Singaporeans, the key operative consideration in making their vote count goes far beyond and transcends just a change of government. Singaporeans want an opposition to check the PAP because in their heart of hearts, we all know that own self check own self is not realistic. The inherent nature of power makes this unrealistic. Secondly, it is in our collective self-interest that no one party can amend the Constitution, the highest law of our land, at will. So it is wise to have at least one-third of this House in a party or parties other than the PAP. Thirdly, Singapore's future is not a given, and it follows that no one can ignore the possibility of a rogue government springing from the bosom of the PAP. Our people should have real political options if or when that happens.
The leader of the opposition also doubled down on WP's commitment to present concrete plans. This in response to the Deputy Prime Minister's challenge earlier this week for the opposition to move away from opportunistic and populist ideas. Mr. Singh listed 8 policy proposals from his party, which he says the PAP government has taken on board. But stepping up in response, DPM Wong reiterated his worry about how Singapore's democracy will evolve.
Populism is politics that suppresses the truth, shades the truth, distorts the facts for political advantage. Populism is politics that pretends there are simple answers to complex issues, because there aren't. And if such populism were ever to take root in Singapore, well, in the short term, parties that push up such populist policies may gain some advantage, but in the longer term, it will cause great damage to Singapore and Singaporeans. So from the government's point of view, our stand is very clear. We reject all forms of populism. We make sure and we uphold honesty and integrity in policy making. If the government were ever to fall short of these standards, we expect the opposition to call us out and say so. Please do. You have to do it. We expect you to do it. Conversely, if the opposition were to propose ideas and policies that we feel are populist, we likewise will highlight them and highlight our concerns, rightfully so. So I hope that's our common understanding of how we can take Singapore's politics and democracy forward.
I don't think there's any difficulty for me or my colleagues to agree to that. I accept DPM's concerns of our democracy, and certainly the Workers' Party, and I hope the opposition in general will be mindful going forward and work towards the betterment of Singapore and Singaporeans.